Coach Hall and Prince George, the floor is yours, starting now.
All right, since I'm the old guy, we need some of you guys to speak up when you ask questions, because I'm sitting here looking at my boys like, what did you just ask? So, just joking. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce to my right here, this is Nolan Lee, our linebacker, Will Bostick, and Lawrence Hewlett. That's three of our key guys. Lawrence and Will are both juniors, both have several offers already, and Nolan Lee is probably going to be possibly the valedictorian of Prince George High School maybe this year. So, three amazing kids that I've been very blessed to have had part of my program so far.
Coach, you were new last year to the Central District. How was that, and what have you learned having put a year under you in the Central District?
Everyone thinks their district's the hardest until you play the Central District. Getting a chance to play against Kevin and Billy and Ricky and, Freddie who just left. It is, I was at Manchester for 25 years. And, we thought the Dominion District was tough. I mean, it is a tough district, and I'm not taking anything away. But last year we played a 2-8 Petersburg team, who was one of the best teams we faced all year. So, just because, I don't know, and Kevin can elaborate because he's been part of the Central District a whole lot longer than I've been, but it's just a joy to be able to coach and compete against such quality football programs.
And fellas, what kind of change have you seen in the program from last year to this year under Coach Hall?
I would like to say the competitiveness in practice.
Just from a physical standpoint, I feel like we're all very fast and it's more developed than we were last year.
The same thing, competitive, more aggression, the bond is, it's big competitive.
Will and Nolan, what makes the guy sitting the arms right special with the ball in his hands?
He's just explosive, when he touches the ball, he's explosive, he's out, he's fast, probably faster than you over around here, they go forward. So he's just special.
I would like to say he's a very great player. We've seen him get a lot more things and just make one happen.
Question for all three of the players. Similar to what I asked some of the Godwin players, you have another coach who's been there and done that in terms of high school football in AO4. What does it do for y'all individually from a program standpoint and just for each of y'all to have someone who's experienced as Coach Hall is in now?
I would say just trust in everything he's given us. He's working so far, and this is a great. That's what I would say.
His experience just brings, a sense of trust as well, it just makes you buy into the program.
Trust.
Coach, I know you're not a me person, but you are on the cusp of 200 wins. When you look back at that, what comes to your mind?
I am really getting old. That's, you know what? I don't think about it. I mean, that's something that's more for the kids that have played for me in the past, more for my wife and my daughters. But no, I mean, it's just, I'm very proud of that accomplishment. But that's like way down on the radar for me. That.
Absolutely.
I've asked Coach Hall this enough times, so I'm asking three players. He's talked about the one school town culture and just the relationship the health program has with the Prince George community. Talk about that a little bit and the pride y'all take in representing the people that live in Prince George.
It's just the community just always supports it, no matter what we go through, wins and losses, they're always out there, school spirit. So we take a lot of pride in that. We try and walk around school with our heads up high, know that the community's behind us.
Coach Hall was talking about the relationship the Chelsea program has with the community. It's close, right? Just talk about that a little bit of the pride y'all take in representing Prince George.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody's supportive, you know, come out, cheer us on. Even if you, you know, down by a lot, or, you know, want to put the team out, you know, they always be there to support, you know, just cheer us on. I would like to say it's a second family, basically. The community's always there, you know, very involved in it, they're always involved with us, and it's like a second family, no matter what we do.
Let me add something. Here's a cool thing. Last year I was hired late, and so we were just, it was like hit the ground running. You know, you officially became hired in late April. So literally 3 weeks with the kids before summer got there. Having a full off season and how we do things in our off season. I mean, I know everyone thinks their off season's the best, but I mean, again, I've been doing this for a long time. Having these guys and having them buy in and understand what the standard, everyone always asked me about the standard last year because what was the standard coming over from Manchester. I think they finally realized what the standard is. And they're understanding that. And the community's understanding that. And so it's been a fun process kind of watching these kids grow up in front of me. Because that's what, you know, every one of these coaches in here, I mean, you coach and when you watch your kids grow, it's like your own children. You see them when they come in as freshmen, and then the young men that they become, and sitting back, and not sitting back, but being part of that this year, this offseason, and seeing how these guys have transformed themselves, not just from a physical standpoint, but in every aspect, that's been pretty cool. And it's not the same old Prince George. So we're excited about that.
It's going to take us 7 minutes. Thank you.